there, my name is Vladimir, welcome to my home studio. Today we are continuing the chain of Metal Zone videos that were started by Ola England, where he took the Metal Zone pedal and put it into the kind of effects return of his Randall Satan amp, and suddenly the pedal started to sound good. Then Ryan Berg from 60 Cycle Hum did pretty much the same thing with lots of talking and pretty flamingo shirt and some Harley Benton guitar, and again it sounded good when plugged into the effects loop. Then Colin Scott aka CS Guitars continued that thing by explaining everything like Colin usually does if you ever watch his channel, and just kind of again demonstrating that you can indeed make the pedal sound good. Then Henning did a thing in response to all the three previous videos by basically plugging in from his power amp output of the amp into the Metal Zone, and from there he went into a cab, I think, or something, and that didn't quite work, and Henning thought that was funny. Some might disagree, but that's not what we're here for. What we're here for is that I'm going to prove all of those guys wrong. You can make the Metal Zone sound good into the front end of the amp. I'm going to use the Uralton Junior over there. I've used it on countless videos already, and if you have watched anything on my channel, you know the amp. What I'm also going to do is to put it against the Rev G3, which is, I don't want to say hyped, but like one of the most exciting kind of heavy distortion pedals that have come out lately. I've used it on many videos. It's super versatile and it does the metal thing incredibly well. Before we move on, I just have to give a quick shout out to Matti and Pasi at Tampere Musiikki, because it's just awesome that I can basically walk in, grab anything I want from the shelf, demo it and bring it back, and that's just really cool. I don't take that for granted, and it has helped my channel quite a bit, so thank you guys. So the argument in at least 3 of the 4 videos I mentioned has been that the Metal Zone doesn't sound good into the front end of the amp, and there's a theory that it was actually designed to be as a preamp pedal and to be used into the return of the effects loop on any of the amps. Well, in my case, the signal goes from the guitar to the pedal board. It goes through all of the pedals like this, basically. And what we're doing here is splitting the signal in the Nax Solid Studio, and I'll tell you why. The Uralton Junior doesn't have an effects loop, so I'm not able to test it that way. Instead, we're using the through-out from the Nax Solid Studio, and we go into the front end of the Uralton Junior. From there it goes to the Tunos Torpedo Live, and there I'm using the closed back 4x12 by Rev amplification. Also, to kind of simulate the return of the effects loop, we are going from the pedals into the power amp simulation of the Nax Solid Studio, and there I'm using the EL34s. I'm bypassing all the cabinets, and we are going straight into my Universal Audio Apollo Twin, and in Logic I'm adding the exactly same cabinet and mic position and everything in the Wall of Sound plugin as in the Torpedo Live as well, so that should be a fairly fair comparison, for lack of a better term. As you can see, I've already dialed in the sounds on both of the pedals for the track that you're going to hear soon. These are exactly the sounds I used on the track. We're going through the pedal board into the front end of the Uralton Junior, and this is the setting that's not supposed to work. Clean sound. Let me take the tuner off as well so I don't look stupid. I don't know what those other guys are doing, but this sounds good. This sounds really good. It's like a kind of old school thrash metal sound. Compared to the Rev sound, let's do it this way. So as you can hear, the Rev G3 kicks metal zones, but, the metal zone is a sound as well, and a pretty good sound. Not pretty good, it's a good sound, it's a really different sound. And the secret to this pedal seems to be the balance between the middle frequency and the middle control, because if we put these settings at 12, it already becomes this boomy. See, there's a huge jump over here. And suddenly there's almost this kind of cocked wah thing going on, and there's a lot of presence in the sound, and it's really good. Like, I don't know what those guys are doing. Again, it works. That's a €300 assemble yourself amp kit going into the Torpedo Live, but essentially that's what works with this. I don't know. Just for the sake of the comparison or this kind of effects return simulation, let's actually listen to the Solid Studio and the cabinet on the Torpedo, not Torpedo, Wall of Sound. It's late, I'm getting tired. Again, let's compare both of the pedals. That sounds good as well, though I would probably crank the presence control on the Solid Studio. Actually, why not do that as I also have to mention that these pedals feel completely different to play. The rev is dynamic, and you need to be really even with your pick attack and everything, because it's really kind of amp-like. And the Metal Zone feels like a high gain pedal that kind of helps you, not helps, forgives some of the kind of unevenness in your pick attack and stuff like that. But what we are really comparing here are the sounds, and let's hear both of the pedals in the mix. I recorded one left and right guitar on both of the tracks, speaking of the rhythm guitars, that is, and there are a few lead lines. And the only thing that isn't played with either of these pedals is the actual guitar solo. I was just too busy and too lazy to record 2 takes of the same guitar solo. It usually takes me quite a lot of time, which I don't have right now. So the guitar solo is from the Joyo Media demo, which this song is originated from, however you say it. Anyway, 2 rhythm guitar tracks, all the lead stuff is recorded with both of the pedals separately. And I also have the takes with the cabinet simulation thing going on, but listening back to them, I wasn't too happy with how they sounded. I think I had the presence control way too down. So we are just going to ignore those, because I feel both of the pedals sound much better into the front end of the amp. Again, I'm stating all of the other guys say that it shouldn't work or say that it doesn't work. I don't know what magic is in that amp. It's 300 euros. I think they ship internationally. I'll put a link below in the description. Onto the track. So there you have it, a very scientific response to everyone else. Basically, I'm saying that I'm the best, they suck. Hey, San Ola, hi Ryan, hello Colin and Henning. So that's about it. If you like this video, please consider giving it the thumbs up. If you want to comment range down below, I think that will happen without me even asking. And if you haven't subscribed yet, there's a subscribe button. Some other videos I've done. Thanks for watching. Let's put on both the pedals. I'll see you next time.